Straight back into cube land, huh? Okay, okay. If it alternates, hopefully this will be another one where he makes walls rather than blowing shit up. Like 30 orange cubes to get the synchronizer, hill cubes into the rising stream, use bombs to destroy grey rock, block, yeah. Okay, cool. So this one should be another slightly easier one, hopefully. What the fuck? Why are you on the floor? That didn't get off to a great start. You can fuck right off, buddy. Oh no, I'm in a prison. Oh wow. He's not fucking around, this guy. That is a big wall of blocks he just made. I wasn't expecting it to be quite that, quite such an impenetrable fortress. I still hope it will be a little bit easier than the Explodey Boy, though. You can keep putting me in a prison all you like, but I can just mine my way back out of it again. So I'm not that intimidated by the concept. I want to get down here, I think. There was probably still more further... Shit. There was probably still more further up, but never mind. These things happen. This is actually a bit of a gold mine, this level. Absolutely filled to the very brim. With some delicious... luminous orange blocks. But I saw one above me somewhere. We mine up a little bit. Just a little bit. I think this is sort of where I want to be. Yeah, there's one. I will have you, thank you very much. Shit. Well, that was just entirely on me. I can't blame the spooky box man for that, can I? That was entirely my problem. I think we're probably good on this level now. Back down, I think. Don't like this level much either, to be honest. It's kind of full of walls. Hop down again. Got off to a pretty good start on this, but I think I might start struggling to find them in a second. It doesn't seem like he can build blocks like in the whirlwind though, which is good, because the other guy has a habit of exploding the whirlwind and knocking soon-to-be delivered cubes out of the way, which is very lame, but this guy doesn't seem capable of doing that. All he can do is fuck me over, mostly. Which it looks like he's about to do again. Ha ha! Shit. I'm very near the bottom now. I need to be very careful. Let's take advantage of being down here. Probably still do this, but it will be less easy now. Are we moving back up? We are moving back up. Okay, let's get to a pretty good height. In fact, yeah, fuck it. We'll go back to the top. And deliver all these boxes. My dude. My dude. What the fuck is this? Okay. He's sort of cordoned off the top of the whirlwind now, but that's fine. That's fine. I can still do this. I have faith in myself. Hopefully. Yeah, this is sort of where I want to be, I think. This is the floor I've not explored super well. There's one. I'll have that, thank you. Much appreciated. Go right in my little pocket. 2. Just 2. Oh, fuck. One day I'll learn the controls to this game. Take this. I just need 4 more. Seems reasonable. Just 2 more now. This is the bottom floor though, so I can't go down anymore, which means I need to start climbing back up, I suppose. There's probably a bunch that have been turned into grey cubes. I just can't be fucked mining through them. Also, I don't know if I can actually turn them back or if they're just gone forever if they get turned into grey cubes. That would make this guy a little bit more challenging. If that were the case. Come on. Come on, I need 2 cubes. They're out there somewhere. The game hasn't even warned me that I'm, like, in danger of losing yet. Shit. Nearly fell in the water again. That would have been it. That would have been a hard reset right there. Cannot afford to fall in the water again for sure. Come on. God, it feels like mining in Minecraft without a decent pick. Except it's worse because you can hold down click in Minecraft, but you have to spam it in this. And spamming right click is like spamming with your middle finger, which is not what the middle finger normally does, you know what I mean? You're used to it with your index, but when you have to start spamming with a different finger, suddenly things change. My middle finger hasn't had the years of workout that my index finger has. Don't make it sexual. Don't do it. I know it's tempting. It doesn't need to be though. Aha! One more. One more. It's out there somewhere. It's calling to me. It's waiting for me. I should deposit the ones I've got, honestly. Right, let's find this last one. He'd sort of disappeared for a while. I don't know if he only does it like after a certain amount of deposits. You know what I mean? I don't know if he just perks up every like 3 deposits you do or something. He has just made a wall around it here. I don't know if that's something his AI is specifically designed to do, or if it was just trying to target me and I was in a weird position at the time. Come on. See, I don't hate this minigame. I don't think it's amazing, but I don't hate it normally. It's just when it comes down to this sort of stage where you're just looking for like the last few cubes and they're like buried. You just got to run around clicking things like without really achieving much for extended periods of time. There's no like feedback loop, you know. There's no reward to it. It doesn't really feel like you're achieving anything aside from very slowly mining out the entirety of the level. And that's not great gameplay wise, honestly. I can appreciate that they tried to do something new, right? They tried to come up with a mechanic that we haven't all seen a billion times before, because I mean I'm the first person to complain about a mechanic that we've all that gets overdone and overplayed, you know. I'm the first one on that bandwagon every time. I'm always complaining about, you know, particularly the AAA industry, and to a degree the indie... thank fuck. The indie sphere as well. Good thing I hesitated there, eh? Put this in my inventory just in case. Just in case of misery. What are you doing, dude? Stop it. Just make your walls and let me make my final box deposit. There we go. But yeah, I'd say indies are getting pretty homogenous too in a lot of cases, you know, as even though they're the sort of games I gravitate towards, like there's way too many Metroidvanias, there's way too many survival crafting games, there's way too many just like walking simulators. Like, it was novel when Dear Esther did it to just be like, hey, games don't have to have quote unquote gameplay, they can just be like a narrative experience. But at this point, like, we've seen that, it's been done, it's not particularly revolutionary or anything anymore. You can tell a story and still have gameplay elements in your game, you know? So like, yeah, I don't want to get too up in this game's arse for trying something new, but I think it could have maybe done with a bit more, I guess, focus testing, a bit more, you know, putting in front of people and seeing what they have to say on it. So yeah, focus testing, that is what that is. Because there's certain elements of that minigame that are just not fun. Which is a shame. It's a shame. I like a lot of what this game does.
I know why there was so little information about me. August 15th was my first workday at the Grabera Garden. I had come here for the first time with that group of kids, and the explosion occurred 2 hours later.
That's unfortunate. This works again now. Was I just using it wrong last time? Was I just doing the fuck up last time? Also, it's changed out here. It's night time now. I thought the game just looked a bit more dreary when I came out of that level, but I hadn't really clocked until now that there's, I guess, some sort of day-night cycle. I don't know if it's actually a cycle or if it's just when you get far enough in the plot, it becomes nighttime, you know, but... looks a lot duller in the nighttime. It's not really darker, it's just everything's incredibly washed out. I like this game's visuals normally, but yeah, doesn't look great. Especially with the big pixelated moon in the sky. Hey, I brought your thing.
Did you bring it?
I did. Hold on while I replace it.
Did I get away with burping down the microphone there? I tried to hold it in as much as possible. I don't know if my mic picked it up or not. We'll never know, will we? I've seen this thing. Is it behind her hair? Is it the thing behind her hair? Probably should have like turned her off or something before doing that. That was a bit dramatic. There you go. Are you fixed now? Do I need to press the on button again? Where are your boobs? Are you okay without boobs? Because I think I've lost them. I don't know what I did with them. Sorry, you're boobless now. Wake up. Boop boop boop. Boop boop boop. Boop boop boop. How did the remote control get back under there? I mean, I know everything just resets when you load the game, so, like, fair enough, I suppose, but... put your boobs back on. I can't... I guess I can only do this when she's off, or else it's a bit weird and fondly, but... alright, fine. No boobs for you.
Well?
It's fine.
Thoughts still messed up?
No, everything's fine.
Then it helped.
For now. We'll see if it lasts.
How long will your charge last?
About 2 weeks, maybe less. Say, know what I found? The correspondence of that operator, Mark, with one of his colleagues. There are some strange tidbits here. Here, listen to this.
Enebish, come on now. Come on.
To be honest, it doesn't really interest me.
Wait, this is important. It's about your parents.
What?
Your parents. And me as well. Here, listen. It's a work correspondence. They're talking about research into memory transfer between people, using telepathy.
Telepathy?
That's what it says here. They're discussing telepathy and also mention some kind of side effect. They refer to it as MPR0, the MPR0 effect.
Okay. Enebish clearly isn't in a robot body. He's clearly got someone else's brain. Right? I think that's what's happened here. Is it the old man? Did his grandfather fucking steal his grandson's body? Oh shit, that would be a twist, wouldn't it?
What is it?
Well, if my understanding is correct, it's a sensation. A strange sensation experienced when one transmits one's memory.
And what of it?
Mark writes that at one time he was very interested in the matter, studying MPR0 thoroughly after that incident with Ida.
That incident?
We must have been acquainted, even though I remember nothing about Mark or any unusual effects, and I cannot imagine what incident he's referring to.
And what about my parents?
That's here too. He recalls working at a research station before the garden was constructed. There weren't many people around in those days. His circle of contacts was limited to several work colleagues and his Mongolian friends. He writes, "It's the family living in a yurt not far from the landing platform." That's your family, isn't it?
Sounds like it.
Where are your parents now?
They died long ago. Why?
They could have probably answered many of our questions. Maybe Mark even told them about me.
Are you all right?
Yes, maybe. Maybe he told them.
Uh-oh. She's breaking again.
Ida, is everything fine?
Everything fine is an ordinary word. Just a note, like the weather, chilly or warm, but we were looking for other research. Family records, kind letters. So, what was that just now? More of the same?
Yes. Again.
Enebish.
What?
I don't think I have much time. Please help me untangle this web with Mark. I want you to look through your parents' things. They may have left behind notes, journals.
Understood. I will go look for them. Tabaha is here.
Ah, convenient, because I currently have no way of getting into all these boxes that probably have the things I'm looking for in them. So, let's go see what Tabaha has to offer in the way of that. Maybe he has a key to my personal belongings, who knows? Or maybe just like some bolt cutters or something, I suppose. Why is he around this side? Is he always around this side? I don't know. Yo.
Looks like it'll rain.
Rain? Today?
There'll be rain and thunder, and it'll sweep all profiteers into a ditch.
What happened?
You got any idea how much the search cost me?
No. How much?
1.5.
Is that a lot?
Well, when and buying Hungor has the internet ever cost 1.5?
I'll pay you back.
I won't take money from your destitute self.
All right. Thanks.
The information was paid for and delivered by a personal courier.
Very nice. So, what did you find out?
Well, first of all, the Gebera Garden was never about entertainment.
Enebish is such a dismissive prick, isn't he? Okay, cool. No, anyway.
It was a hospital, I know. But what happened to it?
The kids were all patients, yeah? Well, one of them had his container overflow. The potassium exploded. That's what happened.
That's all?
Hold your horses. The story ain't so simple. Think. A person gets his body replaced and blows up minutes later. You might ask, how could they not have checked the container? Turns out they did check, and the container was empty. And yet, 15 minutes later, it up and explodes. In other words, the capsule filled and overflowed rapidly. Pretty much instantly, in point of fact.
This is to do with, like, emotions, right? It's something to do with, like, negative emotions or something that makes people explode. I can't remember. It was a very weird explanation. This guy's got a bong under his chair. I just want to point that out.
There must have been a reason.
Must have been, sure, but it wasn't found. All that's known is that there was a mishap with this particular child's transfer. Turns out he had been talking to himself while in the booth. That was the mishap. As to why he blew up, that part's unclear. When he came outside, all his stats were normal, and he looked calm. You can see it on the video.
What's the video you mentioned?
From the security cameras. You can see everything. Here he is, coming out of the booth in an M-body. Here's the sword acceptance ceremony. Here he is, getting off the stage and heading into the garden. He's walking evenly, takes a seat on the edge of a flower bed. Then, this part is a bit unclear.
What's happening?
A child comes up to him as he's sitting. A teeny little thing. Walks up and says something to him. Looks like the kid fancies the sword and is asking for it.
I don't know why. I mean, there's literally a TV in Enabish's house. I don't know why this guy couldn't have given me the footage to watch myself instead of just relaying it to me, but okay.
What sword?
A toy. Just a shiny toy sword. They were given to the kids as presents after their body replacements. Endure a transfer, get a toy.
Okay.
Okay. So our hero hands over the sword. He's holding on to the hilt, hand extended. The child is trying to take the sword but can't.
Why can't he?
Because he's grabbing at the blade, which is holographic. The kiddo's fingers swish right through the air, through the illusion.
I see. And then what happens?
Then, nothing happens. It's the end of the recording. The explosion is coming up. Here's a grown-up approaching the kids. That's the transfer operator. He walks up to his patient and asks him something. The latter turns around and blows up a second later. And that's it. Doesn't clear up much, I'm afraid.
What was his name?
Mark, or who are you asking about? The one who blew up? That was Albert.
Alba.
And the other child?
The little one? Don't know. He was one of the locals. Not sure how he ended up inside the garden.
Uh-oh. Locals, eh?
Have fun with your little mystery now, but I'm off.
See you tomorrow?
I don't know. It might be 3-4 days, maybe a week. We'll see. All right, take care now. Don't get caught in the rain.
Hold on to Baja. I've got one more question.
I told you everything I know about this garden. I got nothing else.
It's not about the garden. It's about my parents.
I just want to take a second, like, I keep looking at the eyes. This is clearly like recorded footage of someone's actual face, isn't it? That's playing in the visor. It's not like 3D animation, but there's like a lot of variation to it. Is he on a loop? I can't actually tell. Oh yeah, eyebrows raised and then it resets like now-ish. You can just about see it reset. Yeah, but it's cool. It's cool that they've like integrated actual like human visuals into the game because it makes these characters like so much more relatable,
I wanted to
despite being
remember
robots.
something about my parents.
Here,
What's this?
a key to the drawer of your Grandpa Bachin's bedside table.
Apologies for my dog barking in the background, by the way. I don't know what his problem is. I was kind of hoping the recording software wouldn't be picking it up, considering he's half the house away at the moment, but he's just being a little prick. He gets this way sometimes. Best just ignore it.
Where did you get it?
Bachin left it to me. He said that if ever you ask me about your parents, to give you this key. So, that's what I'm doing. And I don't know nothing else. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Tabaha.
Well, ain't that convenient. Off I go then. Take my key on a jog. Show it the world. But I accidentally yeeted it then. It's kind of clipping into my body and the physics engine doesn't seem to like that very much. I'm sprinting too fast against the thing I'm carrying. I think that's what must have happened before when I've randomly dropped things. Because I know, like, if you try and bring an item too big for the doorway through the doorway, it will just drop on the floor. So it's probably doing. There's probably is like physics applying to the carried items. So this is for this, I assume. What? No? All right. Is it for this? All right. Flashlight attachment. Grandpa Bartjin's journal. On the inside are several brief notes. The 2 pages are split by the bookmark and are dense with text. It's a message for Enebish. I'll only read what's addressed to me for now. Enebish, if you're reading this letter, that means your curiosity has led you into the past, to your forebears. What, because I asked about my parents once? I wouldn't really call it, like, a deep investigation or anything. Your parents' belongings are locked away in chests. I will give you the key with which to open them, but know this, no things will give you any answers until you've asked yourself the right question. Of all the possible paths, only one will lead you to this question. Find the one true path, and may my modest assistance continue your search. Or ease your search, even. Don't know where I got continue from. Probably that was the button I was about to press. You will need a ray of phantom light to illuminate your path, and a wise clue to make the right decision at a crossroads. In this drawer lies a rounded object. Use it to obtain the ray of light. In a book of wisdom you'll find a clue. In a book of wisdom you'll find a clue. Then go to my grave, stand on the largest stone, and take a look around using the ray of light. Look carefully, you'll see the spot from which to begin your path. Alright. Leather case, passport in the name of Batjin, and a receipt for a scooter tyre. Is that a clue, I wonder? I mean, obviously the flashlight and the flashlight attachment get combined in some way. Let me just there we go, did it. So that's that bit. And then in a book of wisdom, is it going to be something like this? Tibetan Book of the Dead. Yeah, that makes sense, right? Pure white flames burn so brightly, so blindingly, that it pains the eyes to behold it. Pure white flame. Okay, we go to Bartjin's grave, we look around with the cool torch we just found, and look for pure white flame. Where was Bartjin's grave? I did find it. Is that it over there? Also very weird that he knew where his own grave was, but I guess maybe he pre-planned a position. He'd asked specifically to be buried here or something. Out in the field amidst the stones there stands a pair of wooden poles. The grave must be nearby. What? Are we looking for pure white flame which to point the flashlight at? I'm assuming that Book of the Dead was the correct book to draw this from, but I don't actually know for sure. Seems likely, right? Oh. Up. Okay. Sun. Okay, so if it's daylight, we go that way. If it's nighttime, we go this way. And it is most assuredly nighttime, so, okay. I'm sure I can navigate this little maze. Was expecting to find another symbol by now, not gonna lie. Wait. Yeah, it's still nighttime. Fuck, I've lost my bearings now. Shit. Fuck. Shit. Fuck. I was a bit concerned that maybe like it had mysteriously changed to daytime or something after the... Wait, did I just see something? Oh, okay. It was over here somewhere. Around these parts. There it is. Definitely still nighttime. Definitely no sun involved, so... I mean, it's entirely possible that's not what this means at all, but... That's when it said about the pure white flame. It was referring to the sun. And we're meant to just follow the sun. Possibly right? I feel like it's not going to be this far away for the next symbol, but... I guess we can run a little bit further. Yeah, there's nothing. We'll go back and we'll follow the sun instead. Like that one Beatles song. I've noticed there's a lot of pop-in happening at the moment. Or LODs or whatever it is, where things change when you get close to them. Just saw that rock do it there, yeah. I've not noticed that with this game before. I guess maybe I just wasn't paying attention, but it's pretty abrasive. It was happening with some trees and stuff as well a minute ago. This isn't his grave. I'm in the wrong place. It's over here we want to go. Yeah, the pure white flame. I guess that would more be a sun than a moon, wouldn't it? I just assumed it meant the symbol was the pure white flame, but it's not really. I mean, it's like light blue rather than white, and it's not really a flame either, so... What do I know, you know? Follow the sun. Follow the sun. Oh. Seems like I've gone wrong again. Shit. Read the parable from the book under the altar. Find Batchin's grave not far from the yurt. Use a flashlight to find the clue from the parable to get the key to the chest. I wish I could remember exactly what the parable said. Shall we go back and read it again? I feel like I didn't really process it correctly. Because to be fair, I didn't have all the information when I first read it, did I? I didn't know I was supposed to be thinking about the sun and the moon, so... Maybe it's hints as to, like, there's more to it than I was initially reading into, and it's like, tells you which order to follow them in. I expect that's the case, anyway. Pure white flame burns so brightly, so blindingly that it pains the eyes to see it. Pure white flame. That really does just hint at the sun, to me, right? nothing at all indicates the moon is ever the thing to follow from that. Oh, damn it. Thought I was being really smart, but I'm clearly not getting this at all. Pure white flame. So brightly, so blindingly, that it pains the eyes to see it. And this is the one I got to when things went bad. It's not just like something around here that I need to investigate, is there? This little sort of selection of stones looked kind of noticeable, noteworthy almost. And I'm looking for a key, right? Not just going to be like hanging from a tree or something? I don't know if it's going to be like a hard thing to spot, you know? I'm also not great at staying in a straight line. Where did we come from? Over here, right? Just keep going straight. No looking around. That'll only distract me from my divine purpose. We'll just keep walking straight. And everything will become clear. Trust in Grandpa. Barchin? Was that his name? I've already forgotten. Look, if they're not called names that I recognise, if they're in some sort of language other than English, my tiny, tiny racist little brain will not understand. It will not be able to commit them to memory, alright? I think I'm doing quite well remembering Enabish's name, in all honesty. And that's only because, shit, what's her name? Begins with an I. The robot girl keeps saying it. See, I can't remember her name, and it's simple. It's like Ira or something? Ina? Fuck it, let's just run. Run in this direction. Have faith. See, if it's too far away, then like simple arrows on the floor aren't going to work. There's too much room for fuck-ups, right? The further away you go, the less accurate a simple arrow drawn on the floor is ever going to be. So I refuse to believe that I just need to keep walking in that direction, like, infinitely, and eventually I'll stumble across the solution. I can't believe that's what I'm meant to do here. I mean, we could see what happens if we follow the moon after that second symbol. See if that pays off at all. Yeah, we followed the sun to here. That's how close the next one should be, realistically. It's not going to be miles away. Where does the moon take us? Again, nothing for... Oh! Okay. Interesting. And this one doesn't seem to be paying off either. I'm thinking maybe I should have read more of that diary, seen what else old Grandpa had to say. I was kind of like, I didn't want to like overflood my brain with information because it's very small. Doesn't retain stuff very well. So I just I thought I'd read the bit that was actually going to be relevant and not just lore, you know? Uh-huh. Okay. So we've gone sun, sun, moon, moon. Sun. And now sun again? Is it just gonna like be 2 of each? Alright. We'll try another sun, and if that doesn't work, we'll go back and try the moon. Doesn't look like it's gonna work. Don't trust myself to be able to turn around 180 degrees perfectly, so we'll just walk backwards instead. Can you imagine watching someone do this? In real life, someone's just shining a flashlight at the floor and occasionally stopping, walking straight in a direction, and then backpedaling and going in a completely different direction. Right, so theoretically, if the pattern were to continue, it's moon again now, right? Sun, sun, moon, moon, sun, sun, moon, moon, sun, sun, moon, moon, etc. Doesn't seem like it though. I feel like we might be heading to whatever those things over there on the left are. Oh no, they're just the legs of one of the sky gates, aren't they? I don't know where we're heading. I'm just going to keep guessing, following symbols at random. Did I walk this far? I've not overshot backwards, have I? Shit. Fuck, I'm lost. Where's my symbol gone? Oh no, I don't want to reset. I've come so far. Aha! Sun then? I don't even know if that was the right symbol, to be fair. Okay, back up again. Back up again. I'm going to solve this riddle. And by solve this riddle, I mean brute force it until I get the answer, because I can't actually solve the riddle, because I'm not intelligent enough to do so. Which is the same, realistically. Gets me the same results, doesn't it? Okay, it's starting to seem like neither of these lead anywhere, which is going to be a real problem. Is there anything around here? It's like the only landmark I've reached while following these arrows. If there's like a key somewhere in this. Am I dumb? Have I been dumb this whole time? Is that the problem here? Oh. We're going to want to keep that, but let's put it away. Can I not? It looked like I was able to jump onto that, but the torch was getting in the way, but maybe I can't. No, I guess not. Worth a try. Alright, I guess we'll return to the yurt again and reread the book for like the 15th time. I know it's technically only the 3rd time, but I like to over-exaggerate things. It makes it far more dramatic. I mean, I wonder if there's like S's and M's in the statement, and it's like S for sun and M for moon, and you gotta follow the like. Is there something like coded in the statement like that? It's not just a case of reading the hint. Thank you. Didn't think I was going to get over that then. Hey, are you good at
Did you
puzzles?
find anything?
No.
Still looking.
No, I didn't.
I'll be disconnected soon.
You said you got 2
We'll
weeks.
get
What are you on
back
about?
Online.
No, you won't. Waking from a coma is impossible. But you can try and shock me with electricity.
Why? Will that bring you back to life?
It won't, but it might switch me on. If we're lucky, it would give us a few minutes to talk.
A few minutes? And then what?
And then I will cease to be.
That's going to be relevant later, isn't it? Pure white flame burns so brightly, so blindingly, that it pains the eyes to behold it. Pure white flame. I like this statement, pure white flame. Is something to do with it? I mean, say obviously it sounds like it just means the sun, but the solution definitely isn't to just follow the sun every time. So let's read the other entries. 8th of the 18th, 18th of the 8th, presumably 58. Well, now the home of my son is empty, so fate has decided. I'm not complaining either, Providence knows best, all that's left for me is to pray for them. I'll head out in the morning, it's over 200 miles, best not forget a gas canister. It'll be dark by the time I get there. The wake will go on all night, and then come morning I'll be gone, leaving everything as is. 20th of the 8th, 58. Providence has got a plan to be sure, in which my role is a modest one. As for the baby, of course I'll take care of him. I'll take him with me to Ulaanbaatar. I'm not so easily scared. 23rd. No use guessing now, these parts won't let him go. No doubt about it. Evidently we're destined to live here. What other option is there? Only abandoning him, and that I will not do. 25th. He won't drink milk, he won't eat anything. What do I feed him? You're not eating in 5 days, that's pretty crazy. The 4th of the 9th. He's growing so fast. Isn't it early for a 2-week-old child to walk on his own 2 feet? Yes! And where did he go at night? He's 2 weeks old, man. 23rd. No, sorry. 25th of the 9th. I can't figure out what he's found. Some kind of a device. 3 days now he's been playing with it, dragging it through the dust, gnawing at it. I suppose he's teething. 2nd of the 10th. He stopped growing. Hasn't changed in a week. A 5-year-old child is walking around the yurt. Keep walking, son. Your appearance doesn't scare me. But how is it that you look so much like him? I guess that's not for me to know. Providence has got a plan in which my role is a modest one. My job is to pray. Okay, so Enobish is a clone of his father. Is that fair to say? Is that what we're getting at here? 25th. Nope. I keep doing that. 14th of the 11th, 63. This is a few years later. An air shuttle flew by yesterday. It's been a long time since we've seen one. I couldn't make out any people inside. Could it be that it's used as freight? 6th of the 5th, 64. What a meeting. Praise Providence, you reckless soul. If it weren't for Enobish, you, Tabahar, would be lying in that flower bed. But it's a solid money-making idea. The passage is free, which is always good. The tyres on the scooter won't need replacing. I'm going to sell it. And then that. Okay. Alright. Fuck. Pure white flame burns so brightly, so blindingly, that it pains the eyes to see it. Pure white flame burns so brightly, so blindingly, that it pains the eyes to see it. Pure white flame burns so brightly, so blindingly, that it pains the eyes to see it. But then the sun doesn't go anywhere from this point. Help me, Jesus. Help me, spirit of my grandfather, explain. Explain what the hell you meant by that single passage from the Book of the Dead. Oh, sorry, it goes to this step. This is where it stops. As I say, it does continue if I follow the moon here, though. For a little ways, at least. But why would pure white flame burn so brightly, so blindingly that it burns the eyes to see it? Mean to follow the moon on step 3? That's where I'm struggling here. That's what I'm not getting here. I don't know why I'm just walking in this direction again. We've tried this. This isn't the solution. There's something I'm just not grasping here. There's a pattern somewhere that tells me when to take the sun and when to take the moon, and I have zero idea whatsoever where that pattern lies. Guess we'll follow the moon. And then again, the sun does nothing. I mean, I can just follow this again, but it's just going to take me back to that point where neither of them lead anywhere. Haven't I gone a bit far here? Did I miss one? I don't know, man. I find myself in a very tricky, confusing situation, and one that I might just have to ask Mr. Google about this one as well. This might be one of those games where Mr. Google turns out to be my closest friend and ally for the majority of the playthrough. I don't know. I always feel like it's me being a total fucking idiot with games like this when I don't get what they're hinting at. But is anyone watching this? Are you getting this? Are you understanding what the fuck it's trying to tell me to do? Because yeah, this is going straight over my head, man. There's no like indication in these words or anything. No, okay, fair enough. We'll wrap up here. I will Google the solution to this and do it next time, I guess. I'll see you for that. Bye.